Hello, and welcome to the Kickstarter campaign for Horror's Anthology, a short horror film. In the worlds of Horror's Anthology lies a multiverse that is being threatened by unspeakable monsters, creatures, entities, and maddening truths that come from a hellish plane of existence. These entities and creatures make up the army for their master who lies dormant and imprisoned at the heart of the multiverse. The worlds of Horror's Anthology open up the possibility of infinite storytelling and will hopefully stand as a testament of what's to come. All stories follow two characters, Lisa Brooks and Jordan Keelar. In this story, they find themselves in high school, wrapped up in the disappearance of their friend, Sam. At the same time, they are also dealing with the supernatural infections that are plaguing their school. This is a very whodunit and why situation the characters find themselves in, with the only out being escape or death. Our intent is to tell a story that could continue to not only horrify, but also have a longevity. In terms of storytelling, this fits the mold of what I and my classmates have made before. I'm telling all new original stories, but they have similar themes, concepts, and beats of what came before them. Some of the works that inspired me have been H.P. Lovecraft, Lovecraft Country, American Horror Story, Stranger Things, and the SCP Foundation. I started my film journey over a year ago. During that time, I was in film school. I not only worked on my friends' sets, but I ran my own. That's where I made my 3 short films. Since that point, what I've been doing is working in the local film industry as both a production assistant and second camera assistant. Everything I've done on those sets can be seen on Tubi. We put a lot of hard work and effort into those films, and you can see my contribution in them as well. That being said, all those experiences has made it so I want to jump back into the directing space. And being on set with all the things I've done, I have learned a better understanding of writing and what each department does. Not only has my dialogue gotten better, but I feel like my directing has gotten better, my camera work has gotten better, and my connection with actors have also gotten better. I'm joined here with
Anthony Salvatore Vasallo.
We are joined by
Sarah. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Miss Noel.
Hi, how you doing?
We are here with
Jessica. Hi.
Hi, my name is Shannon Minlet.
I really like it. The script was great. I'm intrigued to dig back in and become another character. It's definitely something that I feel like will keep the audience on the edge of their seat the whole time.
Yeah, this is a super, super well-written script. I've been lucky enough to work with Brian multiple times, as you guys have been informed. And I think this is his strongest piece to date. I am super excited to delve into the world, to get more of the lore. Lisa's definitely a bit different in terms of a character for me, so not so much action this time. So I'm kind of excited to be on the flip side and see where it takes me. So super excited. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Oh my goodness, it's really good. I like gruesome stuff in films. I love horror. I love thrillers. I love violence, not in real life, but I like it because it's suspenseful, it's scary. I mean, it gets my blood pumping. Literally, it's really good. It's really
Hi.
You may recognize her from SCP Zombie.
I'm really excited for the story. When I was reading through the story, I cannot tell you how many times my jaw went, what? My mind was continuously being blown every time I would just get to a new scene. I was like, wait, what's happening now? Wait, hold on. And I was sitting there like, Brian, what are you doing? And this script is probably one of the better ones that I've read in a good minute. It has so much going for it, and it's so interesting, and it just keeps you in it. And you just have to watch it and see what I mean. Like, you are going to just be glued to just watching this. Because reading it, I was glued to it. So watching it, your mind's going to be blown.
So for me, I really enjoy science fiction and things that just do not make sense to the like normal everyday life. So for me, I think that this story blends very well in with the fact that it's set in a high school, and so it's something that a lot of people have experienced, most people will experience, and the fact that there are supernatural elements in it is just the chef's kiss for me. And I love the feeling of overall dread, but the fact that it's something that could happen, possibly, and it's just kooky, and I really like it.
I've been lucky enough to have been cast in quite a few roles, where I was a villain and doing some damage to people. So I've been down that road a few times, so I'm excited to do it again. And I really think I'll bring a certain mystique to the role that is necessary. I feel like we need a little mystery with our Mr. Hayward.
Yeah. Lisa's definitely more grounded. She's more down to earth, which I think past work, I've had to be up a lot, so this is going to be a really fun challenge to kind of bring it down, recenter, take a more humble and grounded approach, as opposed to being up and, fighting off zombies and other crazy entities and stuff. So I'm super excited to kind of take on the challenge that Lisa presents me. So.
Well, I've been acting for about 12 years now. I've done a lot of theater. I've done a lot of film. I've taken acting classes, and I just generally just love it. It's just something that I have to do. It is my biggest idol. Well, I think Miss Connors is caring, she is loving, she cares about everybody's well-being, and I feel like I'm a nice and caring person in my real life. I care about the well-being, and I've actually worked with youth before. So I've done some substitute teaching, some teaching assisting positions. So I feel like I kind of got that teacher in me.
Okay.
Past work. Oddly enough, I've done a lot of past work where I deal a lot with violence and weapons and fighting. So my character Jessie, she does have a more strong build to her, and she is very powerful, and she is willing to go forward in situations and attack things head on. And I think that is something that I've done a lot of work with in the past, and that me as an actual person, that is how I also treat life. So I do think that is going to help me build this character, and I guess around itself. I think I can add a very steady mindset and a strong personality to Jessie, but also relaxed and friendly.
I've done a lot of theater work and work of very seriousness. I've done more straight things and less comedic things, so for me, being to play a soldier is something that is very different than I am, because I'm great at handling direction, but I don't think I could ever be someone to be like, yes, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, geez. We have many challenges as actors. I feel like the number one is definitely rejection, though. You can't go through this acting stuff without you're not going to get every role. Definitely, I just kind of stick by the whole, you can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat. So I just keep swinging the bat on all of my opportunities and hope that, we hit some home runs here and there. So that's definitely the easiest way is just keep swinging the bat for me, for the rejection.
Honestly, I think it's that inner critic that's just constantly in your ear of like, are you good enough? Is this enough? Are you doing enough? How can you push more? How can you train harder, sort of thing. So really it's come down to a lot of affirmations and working with incredible people who uplift you and empower you, and starting to kind of take that in yourself and really realize like, yes, I can do this. I can do anything I want. It's reminding yourself like your training will pay off. The work you're putting in will pay off. The people you are connecting with and making these awesome, incredible films with, like that's going somewhere. So, head down, keep working, keep trucking, just keep believing in yourself.
Rejection. going to auditions and then not getting that call back always hurt me. And I talked to people about it because I was frustrated about it. And it's like, am I not talented enough? And I had to understand, like, yeah, maybe I did have the talent, you know, for that role, but I didn't have the look for it, or, you know, or maybe I just wasn't the person for that role. I had to understand that. And so as I learned to understand that, I started using that rejection as my fuel. And it's like, that's my fuel to keep going. So I keep going. I know at some point I am going to get that role that is going to knock everybody off their feet. And that's Miss Common.
Okay.
I think the main thing I've had to overcome as an actor is probably insecurity and self-doubt, just because I'm not the average look for an actor, I guess. I'm not the build, I'm not the look, I don't have the normal voice. I don't fit the mold of what people have been looking for years, and it's something that you constantly get rejected, and you're told, like, this is what we're looking for, and it's not you. So having to fight through that and show them that you have the work, you've put the work in, you have the talent, you have the dedication, you have the motivation, that's what you got to keep pushing to people so they can look past, like, okay, maybe she doesn't have the look, but if she has the skill, we can look past that. And you work through that just by meeting a lot of really good people who prove to you that you are able to do this and that you can push through this, and they show you that you are meant to do this no matter what you look like, no matter what you do. You just got to find your people.
I've also had to teach myself that that it is okay to fail. Failure is a very big thing when it comes to acting, because very obviously not all of the roles that you audition for are going to happen. And for me, realizing that I need to not try to do what the director wants, or the casting director. I don't need to try to be the character. I need to show them that I am the person that they need. And I need to take myself out of the equation at the very end of the day. Because when it comes to casting, you don't know what goes into it. And you don't, like, the what-ifs that can go through your mind, be like, what if I done this differently? It doesn't matter because it's already happened. And once I got out of college and realized that this is the real world, and it isn't about any of, like, it could be, like, the quote-unquote, like, high school things, like, oh, this person liked me better because of a specific look. It's like, I can't do anything about that. All I know is that I did everything that I could for that audition or for that part. I don't care if someone didn't like it. I did what I could, and I'm happy about that. And I think that's the hardest thing that an actor can do, is realize that they can't control anything except for what you do. And that's a really hard thing to learn. But it's, once you learn it, it just makes the acting experience so...
I like Mr. Hayward. He's a powerful man. He's the principal. He runs the show over there. He also has a little twist to him that you will have to watch to see, to find out. I really think that he's in place where he should be as far as what he's doing. He's doing some really cool stuff, and you're gonna have to watch to see what happens.
Lisa is a little bit of a spitfire. She's really fun. She's got a lot of personality. She's really spunky. But like I said, she's humbled. She's grounded. The events that take place throughout this movie, these are crazy, crazy events. You know, she wasn't ready for this, and so I think bringing that to life and bringing the fact that she's walking into this world with absolutely no idea, but she knows she's in over her head. So kind of embracing that and just really full steam ahead. I'm excited to show everyone, like, who Lisa is at her core. So
I really like her because, like I said, I feel like that's me. I've had some teaching experience before, so I can pretty much relate to that. and coping with it off screen. I can pretty much relate to situations that I have had in schools where I worked with students, and we were in situations that were, that we had to come up with some type of solutions for.
So my character Jessie, I am very excited for. This is the kind of character that I've looked forward to looking into playing, and like just kind of wrapping my brain around for as long as I can think about that I've done acting. And she's very strong, she's very stubborn, she's very put in her own ways, and she's very in charge. I think she copes with a lot of things by just breaking them down one at a time. You have to take everything and you can't do everything at once. You have to look at things. You got a big picture, and then you have your smaller pictures. You have to look at the smaller pictures before you can get to the full picture. You have to do it one at a time.
My character is trying really hard to impress their superiors and show that they know what they're doing. Because they are in a very high stress environment, they need to make sure that they're like, oh, I'm on top of this, I know what's happening, I can do this, you can go somewhere else, because it's the opposite of a scary movie where you're not supposed to split up. Oh, you need to split up here because, yes, while numbers are good, these people have been trained to do things by themselves, and they could be the only one that survives. They're going into this mission being like, hopefully everyone comes out, but possibly no, I could die here. But how can I make sure that when I die, I leave the most impact, and I make sure that at least one of us gets out of this?
Chainsaw, definitely. Because the scene with the chainsaw.
Revelation.
It's gruesome.
Oh, the one word that I choose is Shakespeare.
With everything that we need, it would be too much for me to list the stuff off individually, but this is just a taste of everything. And before I went to film school, I would say the most important thing would be a high quality camera. However, I realized that isn't the most important asset. When on set, the most important asset is time. And burnout happens fast, especially when you start shooting on into the night. And on SCP Zombie, we had to cut moments, blend things together, and rush scenes to make the day so that we can avoid going on into the night. With your help, we can birth this project into reality and make it something special. I want this film to be a combination of all the knowledge my cast, crew, and I have gained over the past year to give these stories the best start out of the gate. We hope you'll help us in this endeavor. If you are unable to give a monetary contribution, sharing this video or the Kickstarter would be a tremendous help. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have an amazing day.